Hi friends, very good morning to all. Today I am going to explaining about the Biot-Savart law application. Before going to start about that topic, we all are know about the Christian Ørsted scientist name. He said that current carrying a conductor produces the magnetic field. So earlier there is an experiment he done, that is it is an conductor XY, it carrying a current. For example, I connected this conductor with battery, one positive terminal of one end of the conductor, another negative terminal of the battery connected to another end of the conductor. Automatically current is flowing. Due to flow of conductor, I kept here cardboard. So there is a form of circular ring form of magnetic field. For example, I kept near the magnetic needle or compass box. Automatically this compass box, when I kept nearer to this conductor, this will be deflected. It is far away from this conductor, automatically magnetic deflection is little bit angle is very small. When I keep this one compass box nearer to this conductor, automatically it deflect maximum angle. It shows magnetic field is maximum at the nearer the conductor, and it is decreases as go away from the. I can compare this one as a gravitational field. Gravitational field, it is a field surrounding the earth. As you go away from the earth, automatic magnetic gravitational field is decreases. So same as like that in uh, magnetic field. Okay, this one already Christian Ørsted done this experiment, you already studied, you are already familiar this one. So after that, Biot-Savart law, he is a scientist, help for find out the magnetic field, magnitude of the magnet, what is the value of the magnetic field. So according to him, you already know that it is a conductor. I taken wire, straight wire or any current carrying a conductor wire. I is current flowing. So I want to take a perpendicular line, that is I want to find out the magnetic field at this point. That point is P. So this distance is, we can take it as a R. So it is a longer conductor, that is length is L. I take a small element, it is the length of the small, that is current element, that is we can take DL. DL is the small current, infinitely small length of the conductor. Here is the current is passing, this current produces the magnetic field at a point P. I want to find out what is the magnitude of this magnetic field, that is dB, magnetic field at point P. So that's why dB is directly proportional to what amount of current is flowing, that is I, and magnetic field directly proportional to current element, what amount of length I taken, that is dl, and directly proportional to angle, making an angle, the current element direction and current direction, they are in same, and magnetic field is produces perpendicularly, so that making an angle theta. So that's why that is a sine theta. And dB is inversely proportional to square of the distance, that is r is the distance between this magnetic field point and current carrying a conductor, that is inversely proportional square of this. Combining this equation, that is dB is directly proportional to I dl sine theta divided by r square. When I take it is equal to, there is a constant k, so I dl sine theta divided by r square. Next, k is mu divided by 4 pi, or mu naught divided by 4 pi, permeability of free space. 4 pi is a constant. This, when I put these all value, we get 10 raised to minus 7. So if you not seeing clearly, we can see this one, we can understand. Okay, have you seen this equation, Biot-Savart law? dBi dl 1 over r square k. So finally this is the Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law is a scientist name. He, according to him, so magnitude of the magnetic field, it depends upon these are the factors. So these are the basic things. It is comes in your syllabus, first part of this one. Next, by Biot-Savart law, there are two main applications. Today class I will derive first equation, that is magnetic field. This one, magnetic field due to straight wire carrying a current. Okay, so before coming here, first look at this one. Here are taken a long or a straight conductor, magnetic field produced by straight conductor. Let us, it is a straight conductor x y. This conductor, I take a middle point, whatever the point P is the magnetic field produced by at a point P. This distance is A, and it is a center point, we can take it as a C. Here in this conductor carrying a current I want to take a small any part of this conductor, that is small current element, that is dl. We can take anywhere in this conductor. So this current element produces the magnetic field at a point P. Let's I join this point here. So here make angle is created, this angle is pi, here this angle is theta. Automatically this is a perpendicular point, automatically this angle is 90 degree. I taken here only a length is length of the conductor, this point only L. Okay, and this distance, the current element and magnetic field point P, their distance is R. Okay, if you see in this diagram, you can understand easily. Okay, if you look at this diagram. Okay, so next, by help of magnetic field, Biot-Savart law, magnetic field, dB is directly proportional to our equation. Directly we can take it as dB is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl sin theta divided by r square. Okay, next I want to find out r, dl and sin theta value. It is helpful for the find out the expression for straight carrying conductor magnetic field. So that's why first I use this length is, it is a base, it is a triangle, right angle triangle. So this is the hypotenuse, this pi is the angle, is pi opposite angle, it is the opposite side. So automatically base divided by hypotenuse r is equal to cos pi. Cos pi is the, what is base divided by hypotenuse. So I take it is, I want to find out the r, that's why r is equal to this come here, that is a divided by cos pi. So r is equal to a, 1 divided by cos pi is sec pi. Okay, I find out the r. Take this triangle, with help of this triangle I find out the r is equal to a sec pi. Next I want to find out the dl, that's why I use tan pi. Tan pi you already know that opposite divided by adjacent side, opposite, that is L, this is a opposite, and it is a adjacent divided by a. Okay, next, so L is equal to a into tan pi. Okay, so next I are differentiating this equation with respect to pi. I wanted to differentiate, that is dl divided by d pi is equal to a as it is. When I differentiating this equation with respect to pi, that is tan pi, it will be a into differentiation of tan pi, that is sec square pi, that is dl divided by d pi. So dl is equal to what? Will you have to find out the dl, that's why d pi is goes to here, that a into sec square pi into d pi. So I find out the dl, I find out the r. Last one is how to find out the angle, that is sine theta. I taken it as a cos pi. How can I take cos pi? So look at here, this is the interior angle, sum of interior is equal to 180 degree, that's why the angle is theta plus this angle is pi plus this angle is 90 degree, automatically total angle is 180 degree. So next I want to take it as a theta, that's what theta is equal to, this angle goes here, that is 180 degree, my plus 90 is here goes to right side, that is minus 90 degree, plus pi is minus pi here. So 180 degree minus 180 degree minus 90 degree, that is 90 degree. So here also minus pi, so theta is equal to, I have taken it as a sine function, so sine theta is equal to sine 90 degree minus pi. So finally sine theta is equal to sine 90 degree minus pi, that is cos pi. So find out the sine theta value, dl value and r value. I put these all value in this equation, we can take it as the first equation. Okay, next in first equation I put that value, that is d pi is equal, or dB is equal to magnetic field, I into dl value, what do we get, dl value a sec square pi into d pi into sin theta. Sin theta is value is cos pi divided by, in r is a is equal to square is there, that's why a square into sec square pi. So I get mu naught here, one of the value I forgot, that is mu naught divided by 4 pi I into dl. So mu naught divided by 4 pi, here sec square, here also sec square is, they get cancelled, a is there, here one of the a is cancelled, so a, so remaining a will be there in denominator. So in numerator, so cos pi into d pi will be remaining, so this is the magnetic field dB. Next dB is equal to, I find out only, if you not understand, look at here, uh, each and every point. Okay, mu naught over 4 pi ideal sin theta cos pi a divided by r is equal to a sec pi. A sec pi will be, how will be getting 1 divided by cos pi, that is sec pi. So l is equal to a tan pi. So how tan pi l divided by a, so l is equal to a tan pi. So differentiating dl divided by a into sec square pi, dl is equal to a sec. So next angle, this one, so I already written derived here, so just refer, if you not seeing clearly in by my handwriting, you can see the this ppt. Okay, so I hope you are understand in still. Next I put the value, so they are get cancelled all the value here. Next remaining I get these equation only. Next I want to take this one little bit. Next there is a small equation. Before I taken here, now I have to take end of the both conductor. I taken the both total length, total current magnetic field produced at this point from total current carrying a conductor. So I earlier I taken only magnetic field produced by this current, one small current element, but now I have to find out total magnetic field produced at this from this total current carrying a conductor. That's why from here end I taken the pi 1, and this end from y end I taken the angle pi 2. So these two angles are always opposite, that's why any one of the angle taken is a negative pi 1 and other one angle is positive pi 2. Why are taken? Because it moves, they are opposite angle, because this current direction is moving here and here is angle. So the both angles I should take it as a one of the angle is negative. We can take it as positive, or you can have to take is negative. So look at here PPTs. So total magnetic field at a point P can be obtained by integrating dB within the limits minus pi 1 to plus pi 2. Okay. So earlier I told that now I only find out the point P magnetic field here. Total magnetic field is capital B. So total magnetic field B is equal to, now integration of minus pi 1 to minus pi 2, next mu naught divided by 4 pi, next remaining equation, that is, what are the equation I got, that is mu naught divided by 4 pi a 4 pi a I cos pi into d pi. So constant term take it at outside, so that's why mu naught divided by 4 pi a, next I, and integration only angle will be changing, that's why minus pi 1 pi 2 cos pi into d pi. Next, when you are integrating that equation, what will get? Mu naught I divided by 4 pi a. When a integration of cos pi is sin pi, integration of sin pi is minus cos pi, but integration of cos pi is plus sin pi. So minus pi 1 plus pi 2, when you are applying the lower and upper limits, that will mu naught divided by 4 pi a. So sin pi 2 minus sin minus pi 1. So automatically sin pi 2 minus minus plus sin pi 2, sin pi 1. So I take it here sin pi 1 plus sin pi 2. We can rewrite that equation. See in this PPTs, we can understand easily. So integration of cos pi is sin pi, applying the limits. Next, sin pi 2, sin minus minus plus, that's why sin pi 1 first I written plus sin pi 2. Next, this is the final expression, this is the final expression for magnetic field produced by straight carrying current carrying a conductor. Next, there are two special cases. If I take it as a middle, if it has the conductor at center of the conductor, I take it as, so angle will be, both angles are pi 1 is equal to 90 degree and pi 2 is 90 degree. Automatically I put this the value in the above equation, that is magnetic field is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi a sin 90 degree, pi 1 is 90 degree, pi 2 also 90 degree, sin 90, that is 1 plus 1 2, so 2 can cancel, that's why mu naught I divided by 2 pi a. This is the expression for current carrying for when a conductor xy is infinite length and point P is lies at the near the center of the conductor. Look at the diagram here at the center of the conductor. Atomic pi 1 pi 2 is 90 degree, so input that mu naught into I divided by 2 pi a. There is another case, at the we take any end, one end of the conductor for here or here. So one of the angle is 90 degree, another angle is, the angle is very less for here to here, that's why another angle pi 2 or a pi 1 is 0 degree. Look at next slide. Okay, when the conductor xy is infinite length but the point P lies near the end y or x, we take the find out the magnetic field at a point near the in y condition or near the y point, or we can take here. So any one of the angle is taken at a 0, another angle 90 degree. Why we can take a 90? Because perpendicular to at this point at 90 degree, but here is taken 0 because from this angle to from long distance, infinitely distance, automatically angle is 0 degree. So put that value, the equation does not changes, only angle will be sin 90 is 1, automatic sin 0 is 0. So the equation is remains constant. Okay, I hope you are understand. If you want to notes, take it, just screenshot this value, you will get the notes. Otherwise I will send the PDF notes. Okay, I hope you are understand today class. Please write these all the notes on physics notebook. And also there is a right hand thumb rule. We can take it as a hold on a pen or any conductor. So it shows if current is moving in upward, the thumb indicates the flow of current direction, and remaining fingers, they are indicates the direction of magnetic field, that is anti-clockwise. If I hold like this, downward direction, the thumb indicates the direction of current, and fingers indicates the direction of magnetic field. It is a clockwise direction of fingers. So these are the basic things. I hope you all already studied. So thank you for uh, watching the video. Now I end this class. Thank you so much.